Welcome back to the Varkha Chulani channel. Today is the day of continuing to build emotional muscle. If you remember, in my last episode of continuing to build emotional muscle, I spoke about debilitating, unhealthy positive emotions, and I named some like arrogance, excessive pride, overconfidence, mirth, impulsiveness, to name a few. If you also recollect, I gave the example of someone being invited to give a lecture and made a distinctive difference between confidence and overconfidence. The distinctive difference being the cognitive basis that were underpinning both these emotions. Today I'm going to talk about aspects to emotions. So I decided for this episode of continuing to build emotional muscle to talk on 3 aspects of emotion so that we completely understand what is the difference between facilitative and debilitative, healthy and unhealthy. The 3 aspects to emotions are duration, intensity and frequency. So for example, let's look at sadness. Just because I feel sad for a long duration of time does not tilt it into a depression. Let me explain. I've lost my dog and I continue to feel sad about his loss for many years, 20 years maybe. Just because I have grieved and felt sad about the loss of my dog does not make that sadness now veer into a depression. So, duration of an emotion is not the reason to tilt it into an unhealthy, debilitative state. Then look at frequency. I may continue to feel sad every now and then whenever I miss and remember my dog. Just because I frequently miss him and continue to grieve and feel sad for his loss and every now and then think about him does not necessitate that my sadness has now again tilted into a depression. So please keep in mind, just because you continue to feel sad frequently does not necessitate that your sadness has now tilted into an unhealthy debilitative emotion of depression. Let's come to intensity. Whenever I feel sad, I may tear up, I may cry. When I miss my dog and I think of him, tears do come to my eyes. Just because I have an intensity of tearing up and crying when I remember him, that does not necessitate that now again my sadness has veered into a depression. So please understand, duration of a healthy, facilitative emotion does not tip it into an unhealthy, debilitative one simply because of the length of time that one may experience it. Frequency. Just because one feels sad frequently enough, again, does not warrant that that emotion has fallen into the unhealthy, debilitative realm. And intensity. Just because you cry when you feel sad or tear up when you miss your dog, again, does not mean that it has veered into a depression. So these 3 parameters, duration, intensity and frequency, are not the reason facilitative, healthy, negative emotions go into unhealthy, debilitative realm. But I don't want the wrong messages going out, and therefore I thought in this episode of continuing to build emotional muscle, it's very important for me to delineate that there is a clear-cut cognitive basis separating healthy from unhealthy, facilitative from debilitative, and I'm going to continue that in my next episode on continuing to build emotional muscle. If you liked what you watch, please do hit the like button and share my channel with your friends and family. Thank you for watching the Varkha Chulani channel.